All right. Good morning and welcome to everyone to this episode of the BC coding stream. Today I want to be looking at my Ntfy app. If you do not know this already, I started this a while ago already. It's an open source app meant to deliver easy and provide easy notifications to users. You can go check it out on YouTube, on GitHub, sorry. Doing too much YouTube. Let me see. This should normally work. Open in remote. Oh, open file remote. This way. So you just go to my GitHub, Stefan Maron, and then you should find the Ntfy app. It's Ntfy. And the idea is, let me just show you the Ntfy app itself. It looks like this. If you just go to Ntfy.sh, this is the landing page. And yeah, the name is what it's all about. It's meant to make notifications easy, and it's about push notifications as well. So the very easiest way to do this, and we can just have a look at the documentation here. You can do like from the API, and you can use a HTTP GET. Let me see. Subscribe as a JSON stream. No, I don't want to subscribe. I want to push. 1 second. Sending messages this way using curl. It's just like this. This is all what it takes. And let's do this real quick so you can see how easy it really gets. And the idea is, I think, not to use this in a situation like we are using with Business Central, but more like yeah, if you do scripting or something, you can just use this in your scripts to notify you if a long-running script finished, really. So if I do this, just from the example, and I'm not sure if you're hearing the sound, but there you go. It made a ping, and there is the message. And now the idea is, any one of you, if you want to open this, and I will put this into the chat here and here, you can just type in messages like here, hello world, from the web app directly, so that works as well. Or you can use whatever message, like things you want to really do. So you can, there is an Ntfy CLI apparently. You can just use a post. I think you can also do a get, an HTTP get, but I don't remember exactly how that worked. So that also is possible somehow. I will need to check how that works. And various other things you can do. And then it comes with a ton of stuff. Like you can do actions, you can do topics and messages, and really it's even actions and stuff. So it's crazy. And it's all open source. So you can use it for whatever you want. And now my idea was to integrate this with Business Central, so users can go ahead and create topics, and then create, like, subscribe to different certain events, possibly define filters, and then get notified when on that event, basically. And I've got this started a while ago, and now I want to do some reworking. some redesigning a little bit, because I don't feel like it's like the first proof of concept is done, but I don't feel like it's really there yet. And I have some ideas how we can improve this. And what this basically does is there is a this is helper interfaces, batch send. So it just does a post to whatever topic you subscribe to. Oh, by the way, also if you want to subscribe to a certain topic, you can use another server. So you can host this the server on your own hardware and then reuse that server instead. So that way you don't necessarily need to use the hosted service from the publisher directly. So if you care about the content of the notifications and you don't want to have this out there in the web, then you can subscribe to your own server. You can use your own server as a for those notifications as well. There is documentation on that the retention policies for those messages. I think they're kept for a few days and then they are deleted. And the topic name really is the only part, like the only level of security you have. So you can generate a random name, and if anyone gets a hold of that name, they can subscribe and send to that same topic. So yeah, if you really are concerned about this, just go to the documentation, set up your own server, use that one. So that's all possible. No need to worry about this. So now back to Business Central. And I just need to keep an eye on social media a little bit to see if there are any comments or anything. Okay, none so far. All right. Yeah, so this will end up in setup at some point. But I just wanted to get started simple and then improve on that. So now let's get this published for now and then do some redesigning. So right now, if you search for Ntfy, there is just 2 tables. I think there are 3 tables, but 2 things, 2 pages, 2 places visible to the user. That would be, the first one would be topics. And what I just do is I place this topic in there, create that as a topic. And then I can go ahead and say Ntfy events, select the topic, select the event type. For example, sales document has been released, and I don't care about any settings, like any filters. Now if I do sales orders or release, so I need to reopen one first and then do the release. Perfect, so it doesn't even work. That might be because of a bug I still need to work on. Maybe HTTP requests are disabled, so I need to re-enable those first. System application. Reopen, release, there we go. So that works. This is a working example, but I'm not happy with the structure of how to set those up. What I would like to achieve is a header table, like a header line structure for this. So I want to extend what the topics are, and this should be, yeah, I want to promote the user on here, have the topic and user as a primary key, so one user can subscribe to multiple topics at the same time, and then define the events per topic in here as a line structure. So this is what I want to achieve. So let's get working. And I will explain the structure, what I have here with the interface structure and everything as we go a little bit. And if there are any questions, feel free to put them into the chat. I try to monitor all of them as good as I can, and want to respond to anything you might ask. Any questions are welcome. So first, the topics. Oh, the username is already on here, so that's good. So I don't need to mess with the table key that much. I wanted to introduce a new field called enabled. So I want users to be able to disable certain topics altogether. Enabled Boolean. So this should be on here. And then I need another page. So this is the list page. And I don't think that I want to have them invisible, because I want to add, yeah, the idea was that administrators, like any user, can only manage their own notifications, and then admins can manage all users' notifications. So yeah, so this stays on. The username can be visible for anyone. And I think I want to have the topic as the first column here. Let's put on the field enabled, and delayed insert is okay. Populate all fields true. This is because of the user, but I don't need that anymore because I will do editable. Editable false. Because this will become the topic list. And then can I have a rename? Currently not. And a topic card. Okay. So this will be the card page ID. And here we... Oh, this is on the table. All right. And I think this... Yeah, this is already populated, so this should work fine. And now the events table also has username, topic, and then the event type. And I want to change this because I realized when I have the event type in the primary key, I can only subscribe to every event once. and I might want to subscribe to certain events multiple times with different filters applied. For example, just to simplify the filter, I could imagine to subscribe to the sales document released twice, to have orders and quotes separately. So what I will do is this will get a field line number. Caption line number. And maybe also a description, just to put in some notes possibly. And then this will go with line number. And here's the caption missing, okay. Ntfy event, all right. Now this will be a list part. And populate all fields is all right. And then we also want to get an auto split key to have the line number populated. Yeah, we don't need to have the username anymore or the topic, because that will be on the header. Now event types necessary, line numbers also not necessary. And then we want to have a field description. And I will put in tooltips later. Just want to get it working first, and then we're working on the rest. Yeah, we don't need this anymore because this will come through the link. And usage category will be none, so it's not searchable anymore. All right. Area content. Oh, I think we need a group, right? Group general. Why can't I move those? Huh. Something changed with my key bounce. And by the way, you need to remind me to enable the screencast mode, so you see the keyboard shortcuts I use. Right, underneath the group general will be part, and the part is this. Then we have a subpage link. The subpage link is username. NtfyTopic. And that's it. And this gets a caption, which just says events. All right, let's see. I probably will break because what? Okay. Let's do something broken. Username. Which field? Username. Oh, it's just called topic. Why though? So this doesn't make any sense. Yep, and I will need to recreate this because I did so many breaking changes now. So this is the launch configuration, schema update mode, force. Right. Let's see if it still works. Oh, and I need to remove the page ID because it's annoying to always end up on the customer page. Right. Now, if I search for Ntfy, we get way too many results. All right, let's clean this up a little bit. The topic list should be searchable. The topic card should not be searchable. And the events also not. All right. Publish again. All right, NtfyTopics. Oh, even though I did force. Oh, I did force and not recreate. That's why. All right. So enable should be true by default. That's something I need to change right away. Enabled. Init value true. And then it still needs to be linked later on. And I think the username should not be editable. And now there is the sales document released. And I can do reopened. Let's see. Reopened. And released. All right, so this still works. That was way easier than I thought, but I still want to do some redesigning of the underlying pieces. So first of all, need to check whether the filter is working. Come on. So this is just filtered to my own user. I first thought about having the option to have like blank username to send notifications to all users, like for administrative purposes. But I'm not sure if this is a good idea. So I will first leave this out, and this can always be added later into the app. So this works. And now let's see. I have this interface to implement any event. And let's look at the sales document released. So I have to set the settings, like I have the set settings procedure, which is invoked from the UI by this button. And for this document type, it will just go ahead and open the filter page. And if I define any filter like document type, I can set it to quote and I hit OK. And it will be saved here. I can reopen this and edit it, or I can just reset the settings. And the idea is the filter is like the filter column is part of the base app, like part of the Ntfy base app. But anyone extending this app could add additional columns per table extension and then do whatever they need to do with the set settings procedure. But the filter page, this is very generic and it's part of all of the rules I created. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to create a helper code unit. And I know that like generic stuff is probably not the best idea to do code units. Where's my new file? That one. Okay. So codeunit NtfyHelper. And by the way, if anyone has an idea, if there is any VS Code extension or any rule to enable, you see those are also not part of the namespace. I feel like there is missing a big part where I can say, well, enable namespaces for this app and then just not compile without them. It's so annoying. Okay. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to extract this as a separate procedure and then just reuse it everywhere. That would also enable others to reuse this. Access public. So get filter text, and this would be add get simple filter text for table. And here I just receive a table ID. Yeah, and that's a good idea, but it's not a good idea. It would be like this. And we want to do this. Because although the get view returns an unlimited text, I think the set view or somewhere there's a limitation where it can only do so much in the filter. And I think this was the limitation. Or this is just the limitation of the filter text column on the table. So anyways, okay, maybe I'll do it as a reference. Because that way I can just do... Why does this even compile? It doesn't. Why don't I get errors? That's weird. Oh, there we go. This is better. Now this is not, this should be replaced by the table ID. And I need a rec graph to retrieve the table's caption. So rec graph. Is it open or is it something else? No, it's open. Table ID. And then I can do rec graph number is the table ID. Just so I don't need to change the parameter in multiple places. Now this is not necessary anymore. Does this still work if I remove this? Seems so. I don't know why I don't have the surround with copy string anymore. Let me see. I did disable this extension because I thought it didn't work. And it still doesn't do it. Because I don't know where the copy string quick fix is coming from. Maybe this, but also didn't work before. So, not sure. Something changed. Copy string. All right. So that should work. Now released. So this would be the simple replacement. Why is it still red? Sometimes I think the compiler or anything, like something gets confused. Yeah, it's fine now. So, I don't know. And the next one. And this one's a little special, so I won't replace this for now. Because here the filter page builder actually has settings set before the add table. Wait a sec, maybe. This is the simple one. So let's do a not simple one as well. Get filter text for table, where the filter page builder is passed in like this. And the simple one now can just call this. Actually, let's do it just as an overload. It makes way more sense. Now I can still do this in here. And I just do it like this. Oh yeah, and this of course. Oh. I should have copied this before. Recref is record ref. And recref open, but not in all caps range. This is old NAV style. Caption. Okay, this should do. And now I can do filter, page, caption, label. Here, here, and here. Okay. Now this is redesigned. And now the way this works and the idea how this works is let me see, where's the page or where's the this is the entry point. This is how the actual sending of notification gets triggered. I need to define parameters which I will then receive in those implementations later on. So this is just a way of passing my information that I need later on to myself. And then I do the Ntfy event on that record, just do send. I pass in the type and the parameters, and that's how that works. And in the end, it's it looks like this. So the record, the Ntfy event table, gets filtered by that type where the topic is not empty, and then the first entry, like hook on point, is triggered, and that would be the filter entries before the batch send, and that's here. So that lets me apply additional filters if I define new fields with my through my extension, depending on this, and adding new fields to the event table. I might be able to filter down the events in advance, before the find set is triggered. And for this reason, there's the parameters. That's just passing down the information that you put in before. So that is filtered. Then the find set repeat is executed, and then again the implementation is asked, should this particular event be called? Because if I go to the sales document released, for example, I need to apply the filter specified in the filter text and determine that way if that particular record can be called or not. I cannot just filter this in advance. There is not really any way. So there's two ways determining whether an event should be raised. One by just filtering them down, like filtering the event list down, and the second one on every individual event that is on the list. Let me see, where was my... Here. So now if that's true, then the event request is queued up into that table, and this is a temporary table. So just a way for passing on, like building a queue of messages that should be called, because there could be like for multiple users or like multiple instances of or different topics or whatever for that event that is currently raised. So it's then executing, like running again on the implementation, get title and get message. So that way you can construct your own title and message for every of those events that are raised. And again, you receive your parameters, and then you return just the message or the title for that matter. And then once that's done, it will be passed into the run batch wrapper. And I'm not sure why this is an interface. I don't remember actually. Oh, probably for testing purposes. Yeah. And what this basically does is it's trying to start a background session for the batch send with that on that temporary record. And if that doesn't work for whatever reason, if the user does not have permissions to run, if it failed to start a new session in the background, it will just run it as it is right now. So, and this doesn't do anything more than just iterating over that temporary table and sends those messages one by one, and once it's finished, it exits and everything's done. And the idea is why this is a temporary table, to just increase performance a little bit, to not add too much overhead onto the construction of those requests, and also not rely on the performance of that notification service. And you can see right now it's the title and the topic, and I think the message body. Oh, I need to create a new one. Let's see. Sales orders. Reopen. There we go. And here I actually receive the link. I constructed the web service link for the users to just click on and directly go to that sales order. And yeah, that should open in the new tab. That would be better that way. And then you can just react upon this. Okay. And I'm not sure, and you can all let me know if you have an idea on how to construct this in a better way. I feel the way to create those events is still too complicated. It should be way easier. But I didn't really come up with any easier solution. And also what is annoying is that you cannot really do assist the user or the developer on the fact that they need to have this event subscriber in place to actually enable the event creation. So yeah, this is what this is so far. I don't think there is really much more I can do right now. I don't have any ideas for new events, and this started all as some kind of proof of concept, because I thought it would be really cool to get those kind of messages, like push notifications. And the report finished processing was really the first idea I had for why I came up with this notification app. Because if you have like reports that run 10 minutes or something, You don't want to sit there waiting for it to finish. And if you have the mobile app on your phone, subscribe to your topic, and then go into BC, into the notifications, and say report finished processing. Settings, say report object ID, whatever. And then you get notified whenever that report finished processing. Might be a good idea to link this to the current user, but yeah, that's the idea. So yeah, let me know if you have any idea of what events would be nice to integrate here, and maybe you want to give a shot on extending this. So go to my GitHub, check it out. I'll be closing the stream for now, and see you next time. Thanks for joining.